you to put everyone on mute, Tanika,
Yes,
if you want.
I will. Oh, hang on. Sorry.
I'm not muted.
I can't find it here. Audio.
Go down to participants.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And then mute all.
Got it.
Seat's better now anyway. So, I don't know. I'm here to serve you guys.
Oh. Sorry, I muted you.
There you go. I'm off. I'm good.
There you go.
Yeah, I suppose I'm just here to serve you guys. I really want to help you guys and pour into you guys. I know it's an exciting month. I'm going to guess you guys all love Tanika, and to be able to help her while helping you guys this month and help her get to an amazing title of QNMD in lightning time would be incredible to do. So I'm sure you guys are all up for that. But I think again, the more that we can help you guys get what get out of this business, I think Tanika's QNMD promotion is just going to happen anyway, which is the great thing about this business. And everyone helps one another and bands together and makes shit happen. It's incredible. I also looked at my report and saw that there's like at least 12 of you guys that can qualify this month. Is that right, Tanika?
Yep. Sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's exciting. It's amazing. If you guys didn't see my call on Monday during the day, I did post it up in Team Freestyle tonight about the qualifiers call and just understanding how to unlock that, that extra percentage that goes through your business every month and how to do that. So I really encourage you guys to go and check that out, get your head around what qualifying means. It really is, you guys will hear in that call I talk about there are 3 simple steps in our business, and that's it. And if you just keep it to 3 simple steps, anyone can do it. Get to SDVF, qualify your business and stay qualified. And then the 3rd step is just teach other people how to do exactly step 1 and 2 over and over again. That's all our business is about. And if you teach people how to teach other people how to do that, this business really does grow with or without you over time. And, I know a lot of you guys are in the infant stages of your business. You're still in the first 12 months. I know some of you guys are a little impatient and you feel like, I want to be further on. But this is meant to be a 3 to 5 year plan, girls. That the problem is with a team that is moving so fast is that we sometimes set this unrealistic expectation and pace on ourselves, and that sometimes it's important to put yourselves back into the framework and put yourselves back into perspective of where you're really at and how amazing you are. How many of you girls and John would be an SDVF now in the business? How many guys are SDVF? Show of hands. Is there a few guys that are or more? SDVF or more? There's a few of you guys. Honestly, guys, if you're an SDVF, if you've been able to get there, think about this team. This team brings on, probably 300 people a month. And out of that 300, I would say probably 100 of those get to SDVF each month, right? So that you guys are in the top 3rd of this team if you're just at SDVF. And then if you're qualified, I think, this month we're on track to 350 people will qualify, but this team is there's something like, I don't know, it's hard to imagine how many people must be in this team now. I cannot find even that number, but there would have to be 5,000-6,000 people in the team now. And so to think that if you're going to qualify or have been qualified this month, then you're potentially 300 of the 6,000. So work that out, what you are in this team, which is pretty incredible, which is like you're in the top 5% of the fastest growing team in the world. So I just want to help you guys put that into perspective, because I think it's so easy for us to compare ourselves to others. But it's really important to understand how freaking awesome you are. And often we're so tough on ourselves, and we find the people that we feel like are doing better than us, rather than compare ourselves to the majority that you're doing better than. And the other thing is that you're on this call. That makes you better than most others. because most others have got an excuse that I'm too tired, it's too late, I can't stay up, I've got to go to bed, and they're, you know, snoozing away their dreams rather than chasing their dreams and, you know, making it happen. So I just wanted to give you guys perspective of that before I kind of start to just, you know, who knows where we'll end up tonight, because I really just want to serve you guys and have you guys ask some questions. I think if you've got a little bit of an agenda that you wanted me to cover, I'm more than happy to do that. I don't know, what would you like me to share?
I think there's a couple of girls that have some questions for you, Adam. So who wants to go first, girls? Maybe Tony?
You'll have to come off mute, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for putting me right on the spot, Tanika. That's awesome.
Hey, Tony, how are you?
Welcome.
Hi, Adam. I've got loads and loads and loads of questions. I don't really know where to start, but it's all about me.
That's okay. I'm sure they'll be I'm sure a lot of them will be relative with the other guys.
So I've got a question with qualifying first. So
Yep.
I will be qualifying this month. I'm doing it.
Love it.
Do you have to qualify 3 months in a row to get
No.
to SC?
No. SC and qualifying has got nothing to do with one another. Nothing to do with one another. Once you get to SDVF, guys, the month after you get to SDVF, you can qualify your business, and then you can qualify your business each and every month after that. Okay, so qualifying, and you'll see in the qualification call, it's just about unlocking the residual income that's in your business. When you qualify your business, you unlock 4% of all the business that goes, all the sales that go through your business that come from any VF or DVF that's in your downline in each of those lines. But when you qualify, you also unlock the residual income for the next 5 people above you. So when you really embrace qualification and you teach your team, when you're teaching your team to qualify, they're earning 4% on some of their business, but you earn 4% on their total qualification, and so do the 5 people above them. So SC is just about, if you're doing it the fast way, really is just about teaching 2 team members how to get to SDVF and 1 to DVF.
Yeah.
2 totally different things. But while you're helping 2 people get to SDVF and 1 to DVF, those orders until they get to SDVF are going to go towards your qualification points. So it'll normally help you qualify anyway.
Yep.
Cool?
Yep, cool. I had it in my head. I just doubted myself today because one of my girls asked me, and then I started doubting myself where I was giving her the correct.
Yeah, 2 totally different things.
Yeah.
Next question.
Does anyone else want to go?
Are you on a roll? Go for it.
I'm not really. I'm lost. I don't know. I don't know. I'm set. I know I'm going to qualify. I know what I've got to do, and I'm going to do it.
Love it. Yeah, go and watch that qualifiers call. I'm not sure if you saw it, but go watch that. It kind of shows you how to...
Didn't see that one, but I've seen one about a few weeks ago that you had done as well.
Okay, great. Yeah, just how to kind of figure it out, how many orders you still got to get, how to work out where you're at this month already, and then you can kind of work out how many orders you need to come through your business, and anyone that's VF or DVF in your direct downline.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. Who else wants to ask?
I'll ask. Hi, Adam. It's Tracy here.
Hey, Trace. How are you?
Good. Can you point me in the direction of the best video? So I'm looking at my Fast Track to Freedom plan as I'm saying this. What's the best video for me to watch on training on getting my head around all the points and stuff again? I watched one that you did the other day, but I still, for the life of me, wouldn't know how to tell, say, for example, Kerry and Beck where they're up to points-wise to guide them like I should be able to by now.
I think it's just learning how to read your report. I think, which is your down growth and PVC report. And there are some numbers there. If you guys are running your downline growth and PVC report, that looks like your customer genealogy.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, there was lots of numbers there. Just a flash, but
that was like 2 seconds of that piece of paper glancing on that screen then.
I have looked at that a lot of times over the last 2 years. I know what a genealogy looks like. I know what a PVC report looks like. But I would say if you go, so where you'd find, you go to My Team Data, you go to Former Reports, Downline Growth, and PVC Report. Okay, so then you run that Downline Growth PVC Report. Then when you guys run that, you can not only check out where your business is at for the month, but you can also check out anyone in your downline. The number that I'm always looking at is the column that says promo PV. Okay, the promo PV column. That's going to tell me how many promotional points that my team member's on. And if you go to the far right-hand column, it says what the start date is. So I'm checking out, who's inside their 40 and 60 days and who's trying to fast track to that first 4,000. Not only are you going to see your direct downline, but you're also going to see their downline. And, I'm often reaching in and finding the workers, and when I can see their numbers and working it out and doing that, I think that's an important thing as your team grows.
Because Kylie and Tanika went over that with us about 2 weeks ago, which was awesome, and I obviously didn't take good enough notes. So with, because that all makes, sort of comes back to me now that you've said that, so apologies for making you repeat it all. With the 40 days and the 60 days, are you just manually counting that, or is there a report that spits out those key dates as well?
You can go to a thing. If you guys, this is a good one that you guys can all check. I'll show you what this is. I might just do share screen. Hang on. Hang on one sec. I'll just get it up.
Or should I be doing something like what I do with my customers, and when I get a new teamie and put their key dates in?
Look, you can do it. I think doing it manually. Can you guys see the VO there?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I'll just go into Kira's. Kira's not a good example, but because there's way too many orders go through her business. I might just log out and I'll log in as me. This is a really good one for you guys to check out, because it's just an easy way to check in on your own orders, where to find that, but also your team's orders. So when you're in your VO, you go to My Customers.
Yep.
And then you go to Order Analysis. And then it's going to open up to this, right? So it'll have your number in here originally, but if you want to go and look up a team member, so you look up AU number.
Yep.
You guys see, can you see everyone's names there? Did it not jump to that?
Yeah, no, that's great. Because I usually do it one by one when I have to do that.
So do this. I'll just find someone who's new in my team to make it easier. Hang on, who's new? I'll pick. Hang on.
So does this report show my customers plus my team's customers as well?
So if you just put your name at the top,
it's
going to show all your team. But if you just want to see your individual team members and how many promotional volume they're on, you can do that. You make whoever's names at whatever's numbers in the top, that's the report it's going to run. I want to have all levels, and then I select all types of fast tracking. Yeah. All types of fast tracking. Then I'm going to select the date. So if, let's say, their start date was in September, then I want to select the 1st of September, because if they ordered their products first and then didn't register till later in September, their orders for beginning of September are still going to count. So I'll go and select the 1st of September, and then I'll go and select today's date. You guys saw that? And then I just do show report. And what this will do is it will show me all the orders that have gone through this person's business through September and and up to this date, October. So I can see that Jack has personally put on these orders, 1, 2, 3 orders, but he's also got a team member underneath him, and he's put through these orders that have gone to Jack's promotional volume also. And if I scroll down a little bit down the bottom left here, I've got him on 2,210 promotional volume in that period.
And that's the figure that we need to look at for qualifying, yes? So that's
not for qualifying, no.
Oh, damn.
This is for fast tracking to DVF and SDVF.
That's right. Sorry. Yes, of course.
Okay. So the only thing with this one, guys, is that it takes probably 24, 48 hours to update. So if I'm checking in with a team member and seeing how they're tracking to their fast track, I might reach out to Jack. Now, Jack is an SDVF. He's actually trying to qualify this month, but I can reach out to Jack and say, hey, dude, I noticed the last order that went through your business, Reese did an order on the 6th of the 10th, and it looks like you did an order on the 6th of the 10th. Have you done any orders since then, or are they the last orders that you know of? So I know how up to date the thing is. I see you're on 2,210 if he's trying to fast track to SDVF, and then away you go. So that's an easy way to check it out.
So that one, for example, he's about, I'm on my phone, so I can't quite see, but he's about 1,300 off. Does that say 3,000?
It says 2,210 down the bottom, and so he's still 1,800 off if he was going for SDVF in that 60 days. If his start date was the 1st of September.
Yep.
You guys should know what their start date is. You can see their start date. Often what it'll say their name, and then in the PVC and promotional PV amount, it'll have a 00, and that's their registration date. And you'll see the order date will be the date of their, their official first day.
I don't know what you mean there, sorry.
So if you're trying to work out when their official first day is and you don't know, as long as you capture the date, like let's say I knew that I signed up Jack in September, but I couldn't remember exactly the day, I can run that report, run it for the 1st of September, and therefore on this report here, it'll say Jack's name, it'll say an order date, but in this PVC and promo amount, it'll have 00.
Yep, gotcha.
And it'll have his name here because this is the customer name. So that is the processing of his franchise.
Yes, of course. Yep.
Okay, so you guys, this is a really good tool to use to track your own points, but it's also a great tool to use to track your team's points also as they're going for SDVF.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
So for Tracy, Adam, because Kerry and Beck are her team members, so it will come up in Tracy's video saying you have one franchisee close to PB for that's qualification, isn't it?
That's qualification. PB's qualification. Different to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can show you guys this one. This is a really good one I love to use when you guys are tracking people for PB. You guys go to My Team Data and you go to close to bonus qualification month.
Yep.
And then your number will be there. Then you want to select PB only. And then you might, I might do a thing where I say, I'm going to see if I do 100% PB. So it's only going to show the people that are fully qualified by now. And I press show report. It shows me all the people. And look, there's Tanika. She's a rock star. She's already qualified for the month. And, for me, it says there's already 175 people who have qualified in Team Freestyle already, okay, for the month. So you guys will have your team on there as you grow. You can go back here and say, well, let's have a look at how many are 50% qualified by now. Show the report. And it shows all the people that are at least 50. And what it does here, it shows me how deficient how far away these are. So this red number says how deficient how much they've still got to go. Now, you've got to remember that they've still got loads of orders still to come out for the month. So remember, qualification only counts the automated payments that have been processed up until this date. So anyone that you started from the start of the month to the 11th of the month, any month before, their automated 4 monthly installment has been processed, but all the other people still haven't. If you guys get that, right? So you guys got to get qualification points accumulate on a month-to-month basis, and those qualification points are processed based on actual credit card charges going through, right? And then those credit card charges happen on their monthly installment date. Okay, so if people didn't order till the end of the month, you guys got to remember they're still got to go through at the end of the month. And if you go and watch I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I would really encourage that you go watch my qualifiers call that I did the other day, because I spend loads of time explaining that. I didn't share the screen then, did I?
No. I was just going to say, so you went my team data, then you did one step, and then it was close to qualifying, PV only, show report.
I'll show you quickly.
Close to bonus, Trace.
So this one, guys, this is a really good one when you guys are trying to work out. So my team data, close to bonus qualification. It's on the screen now, yeah?
Cool, yep.
Close to bonus qualification. Your number's here. You don't need to change your number. Go to performance bonus only. Okay, so you want to do PB only. And then I want to do, if I do 100%, I'm going to find out all the people that are already qualified. I hit show report. And there it is. There's our little Tanika. Look at Tanika. She's already qualified for the month. She's a rock star. And there are all the people that have already qualified in Team Freestyle this month. And away you go.
Awesome.
Okay. But when you run it as a 50%er, so let's say you do 50%, then you can see how deficient they are, but you can then go to that preferred customer genealogy and work out how many orders are still got to go through their business.
Amazing.
But go and watch that call, and you guys it'll be a lot clearer that way. Someone asked about the 40 days. The best way to explain it, guys, the fast track to SDVF and the fast track to DVF, right? This is how I explain it. The fast way to DVF, it's 1,000 points and you've got 30 days to do it. You've got 30 days. But if you do it within 10 days of getting started, you get a $100 bonus, right? And SDVF, it's 4,000 points and you've got to have one team member, and you've got 60 days to do it in the fast track. But if you do that in 40 days, you get a $400 bonus. Okay? So I think when you explain it like that, it makes a lot of sense. I hope that helps. Questions. They're scared now. They're like, I want to go to bed. Stop asking questions. Fire away, guys. What about just these are technical things, which I get that this is important stuff. But tell me, what do you think? Share your challenges. What are you struggling with? Team, potential customers. What do you say when? Like, what are the hurdles that you guys feel like you're faced with, and how can I help you in that area?
If nobody else has got something to say, I'll jump in again if that's all right.
Go.
So I'm part of a networking group, Like-Minded Bitches Drinking Wine, and I was all gung-ho about to do a post about the JBT shred. Yeah. And I just happened to read, it just popped up about an MLM, why there's so many people on here posting about MLM. I'm sick of people friending me and then spewing this at me and blah, blah, blah. You're not running your own businesses. So that's, how do I get over that sort of thing? Like, it's really knocked me for six, reading all the comments that people were saying. And I jumped on and wrote a really big thing just saying, hey guys, look, I'm not trying to convince you otherwise, but it's not how they all work, blah, blah, blah. Like, I was actually quite proud of my response, and people were like, yeah, fair call. But what do I do there? Because that was my group. That was where I was, I felt comfortable, and then these bitches ripped me down. Well, actually, they didn't. Not one of them said anything negative about my comment whatsoever, which was great.
Yeah. Look, our job's not to convince people, Trace. I think our job's to lead the way. And if we're going to worry about what people think, I'm telling you, you guys are going to get yourselves in the way, and you're going to let other people wreck your dreams. When I first started this, I was up for public opinion, and I definitely got slaughtered by certain people. But honestly, I don't hear many of them come knocking on my door these days about anything. I know that this is a better way. I'm not here to convince people. I can't fix stupid, as Luke often says. And I think, people want to crack on with their traditional businesses. Go and crack on. Like, I'm supportive of that. It's not what I want to do. I know that. If they want to do traditional business and work 50, 60, 70 hours a week, then totally, I'm all good for that. I love my wife, and I want to spend lots of time with her and my kids. So I don't like traditional business because it robs me of those things. So it's not for me. So, and I'm comfortable with that. Some people love it, and some people are, destined to be that. We need those people in our life too. What is disappointing is that people feel like they need to bag everything else out, like, for the sake of. I think, honestly, they've probably got reason too, is because people go about it the wrong way. And I think if this team, honestly, guys, if you're plugging into the training, you're using the training that's there for you, I think this team does it so elegantly, the way that we teach you guys. It's not about hunting. It's not about spewing. It's not about annoying people. Yes, follow people up, but you're following up people because they said they were interested.
Yeah. And that's actually it's so true, and that's because I was reading some of these comments going, I can't believe people do that.
It's crazy.
From our team. But I was I kind of like, oh my God, I sometimes feel like I get really excited about this, and I certainly don't spew it on people, but it's kind of knocks you for six when somebody they just rip down the industry, and I'm like, oh my God, we're not all like that.
I want you guys to.
Some people are looking for other things to blame rather than themselves too, Trace. Just because they haven't succeeded, they're like, oh well, it's not them that's failed, it's the system. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's called blame, shame, and justify. People like to blame, shame, and justify everything else rather than take responsibility. Maybe it was me. And don't get me wrong, some people go about this business totally the wrong way, and it's unfortunate for all of us that people do. But again, I think that's what it really puts us apart, and that's why so many people want to be a part of this. I think I don't know anyone that wouldn't want to be able to work from home, have the ability to have an unlimited earning potential, be able to work when they want, wherever they want, and create this amazing residual income. I don't know too many people that say, oh, that's not really for me. But it's generally the way people go about it that people don't want to do. And I don't think we do that, to be honest. And I'm not asking you guys to do that. And again, just keep yourself plugged in with the group, guys. I think if you're getting to the live events, if there's live events in your area, you're making the effort to get to them. You're getting on training. I'm probably, preaching to the converted here, but the more you're around this, the more it brings you home and say, you know what, I'm onto something. I know I am. Most of you guys, well, Kylie's a good example. Kylie thought I was crazy, and I went to keep him happy to the event, and now she's freaking mental about it and annoying her husband about doing it as well, which is cool. And, I had a conversation with, even in the last 2 or 3 months, I've definitely seen a massive shift in Kylie where she's gone from, still worried about what people will think. And then she had the experience of one of her friends that she totally respects has gone and joined another MLM business. And she's like, there's no doubt that experience. So my thing is, guys, if you're going to sit around and worry about what other people think and wreck your dreams, be careful of that.
Yeah.
And if your friends are going to make opinion about what you're doing and ruin your dreams and pull you back, then I don't know, I'd be careful of who your friends are.
Very true. Maybe I'll unsubscribe from this networking group.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go for it.
Where I'm at the moment, I'm
building my belief all the time. This new shred has just given me so much more belief in the program too. I'm freaking all about the program now, which I'm a bit delayed with some stuff like that, but I'm all on board now. But where I'm at is I feel like I'm looking after my customers well. I'm loving I'm confident talking about everything with my customers now and new people and believing it all. And yeah, it's all good. But I just don't know when to start to talk to people about team. Like joining the team, I've got a couple of people that have been customers from the last couple of months who from the start sort of said it could be something for them, but I haven't really pushed them. I'm just sort of like letting them fall in love with the product more before I've approached them, but I need to do something because I don't have any team.
Yeah, I would say it's a great question. I think one thing is your customers aren't always going to be your best potential distributors. But they can be some of your best, right? So I think if they said that they might be interested in the business in future, I would get focused on what they're looking for, right? So I'm like, hey, I know you showed a little bit of interest in the business. I was just really curious, you know, what is it about having a little home-based business that gets your interest? So you make it all about them. You get them to kind of, they're telling you why they want to do the business. You don't need to tell them. It's just a really great, so why would you want to build a little home-based business? You know, what could something like this be for you? So they're like, oh, it could be this and that and blah, blah, blah. And you know, it might be just feel, felt, found is a really nice way to approach, hey, I want to try the products first. So it might be like, you know, I know exactly how you feel. And this might not be you, so you be honest. You know, often, you know, people feel the same way. They feel like they need to get results first before they took the products. But what I've found that many people want to come and do the program with you while you're getting results, and they don't want to wait for you to get results. That's been my experience and often been the case. And then I think, again, you're focused on what they want, what this business could be, and just say, and then really the next step, girls, is not about talking about what the business is and trying to give them all the details and all that. It's just let the event do the work. Just say, you know what?
What?
You go?
To me.
Was someone going to ask me something, or is that just a background noise? So I would always say this. Just say, look, I totally get it. If you want, though, I'd love to just send you maybe a recording of one of the events. If I was to do that, would you take the time to have a look at it? And you just let them check out the event. I think often we get caught up saying a little bit too much because we get excited about it. And we want to say, like, it's this and it's this health program and it's, oh my God, and the training. And it's not about that first.
Program.
You got to kind of like dial down the excitometer a little bit and put on the shades and play it cool a little bit and just chill out and just kind of make it about them. Find out why would they be interested in something like that. And just like, look, if you want, let me know. I'll send you a link to something and check out. Would you like me to do that? And I'll be like, yeah, okay. And you're like, awesome. I'll do that. Like tomorrow, maybe. You know, I'm just hanging cool, chilling out.
So Adam, would you say out of, 10 of your new teamies, would you have sent 8 of them a link?
Every single one of them a link.
Okay.
No, honestly, guys, I don't talk about the business. I share my story. I take an interest in them. And I say, if you want, I'll send you a link to something. Check it out. Let me know what you think. That's it. Because I know how powerful the event is. And the other thing is, guys, if you're not taking them through that journey, then they're not going to do that either. And when you look at our business model and why it duplicates so much is because what we're doing is so duplicatable. Think about what we do. We take an interest in someone. Anyone can take an interest in someone. Anyone can share their story. The thing is, why do you do this business? That's all you need to share. When people ask you, what are you doing? Share why you do it, not what you do. So for me, when people ask, so what are you doing these days? I'm like, man, still doing my full-time PT job. This is how I used to share it. Still doing my PT job, but honestly, freaking long hours, man, and staff and all that stuff. But what's got me excited, this part-time business, man, I want to spend loads more time with my family and kids. And I just see this as a great opportunity to do that, building a great business through social media and from home. That's it. There's nothing about that people go, well, that sounds like bullshit. I don't want to be, that's not for me. Most people go, what? Really? Do social media? And then you might say, yeah, do you do Facebook? And they're like, it's a stupid question, right? But you've got to ask those questions. You're like, do you do Facebook? And they're like, yeah, I do Facebook. You're like, oh, I'll send you a link to something. Check it out. It's amazing. You know, some of the guys that are teaching me, they've been doing this business for like less than 2 years and they've created multiple six-figure incomes. It's crazy. That's it. It's share a story. People get more curious. But can I ask you, you know, what would something like this, why would you be interested in building a business from home? How's work? It's those questions that they're just like, wow. And then they start vomiting on you about them. And then you're like, you know, if you want, I'll send you a link. Let me know. Play it cool. I'll check it out. And they're like, but tell me more. And you're like, honestly, the link will do a better job than what I could ever do. And it'll explain it, make a lot more sense. And once you watch that, and if it resonates, you know, if it does, let me know. We'll catch up. Love to answer your questions. That's it. Talk about something else. So there's an art to it, don't get me wrong. But the thing is, and the thing I'll come to is why do you do this business? And who else do you know is looking for the same benefits you are?
People are already hinting to me. I'm just going to ask the right questions.
Yeah. So, Rebecca, it might be this. It might be a bit more like the direct approach. You might reach out and say, hey, Beck, how are you? Hope you had a good week. Hey, babe, I was thinking about you the other day, and I know you showed a little bit of interest in my new little online business. I was thinking, if I was to send you a link to something to check out, would you take the time to have a look at it? That's what I call the direct approach.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about you the other day, and I was thinking, I know you showed a little interest in what I'm up to. If I was to send you a link to something to check out, would you take the time to have a look at it? Do that with every single person that's taken a little bit of an inkling and you haven't really said much and blah, blah, blah. So one, you're getting permission off them first to send the link. When you send the link, they've already said, yeah, I'll check it out. And when you send the link, you say, hey, check out this link. You know, some of the guys that are hosting this, they've created this. The reason I love it is because of this. And the reason you love it, you might share what might resonate with them. So if it's a mummy, you're like, the reason I love it is that I can do it from home. I can do it whenever, and I can work in and around my schedule, or the kids, if you've got kids as well, whatever. You want to share a bit of it that resonates with them. Interested to know what gets your interest. Then once they've watched the event, don't try to answer their questions. What? Don't try to answer their questions. Put them in front of your leaders. Put them in front of your leaders. Don't try to do it on your own. Set up a three-way message. They come back to you. They say, wow, that's it. That looks really exciting, but I'd like to know more about this. I'd like to know more about that. Add your leader into the message and just say, hey, Tanika, I wanted to add you into this message as Sally. She watched the event. She's got a whole bunch of questions, and I thought you might be able to help us answer her questions better than I can. And then Tanika just does. And if you're the upline, this is all I'd say to message and say, hey, Sally, great to connect through here. Nice to meet you. Love to be able to answer your questions. Can I ask, though, what gets you interested in Juice Plus based on what you've seen so far? So I'm controlling. So I'm kind of initiating the conversation. She messages back. She says, oh, my God, I love it. I'd love to be able to make an income from home. And then I say, you know what, Sally, it might be easier to have a catch up over a chat. When's normally the best time to get you? Are you normally better during the day or in the evenings? And within 2 messages, Sally's on a Zoom call with me and we're talking, and then I'm going through the 4 easy questions that I ask her every time. When she gets on the call, I'll have Tanika, I'll have whoever put me in the call. You know, you might have Tanika. Tanika gets on the call with you and your prospect, and then Tanika asks us 4 questions. What gets you interested? What could this be? What questions do you have? Once you've answered those questions, they're normally pretty excited and engaged. And then you just ask them, the magic question is, what else do you need to know before you made an excited decision to get started in the business? Most people say, nothing, let's do this. Most people say, I'm excited, let's do this. And I give them 3 simple steps. Get on the product. Are you excited about finding your first couple of customers? we'd love to help you do that. And then the third thing is, would you love to be able to share this opportunity with others and help other people get the same benefits you're looking for from this business? And we'd love to do a launch event if that's something you'd be interested in. Every Tuesday night, guys, you guys are so committed. I love that you guys still do this Tuesday night event, that every single one of you guys should have launched on there. And that if you launch, your team launches. And if you play full out when you launch and you invite at least 20, 30, or even 40 people, then you give your team a good chance to do that also. Really important. And these are the duplicatable things that anyone can follow this, that we can share with your team. And eventually, girls, that this business grows with or without you over time, because there's simple little systems to follow that anyone can do it. And Tanika's got the recording for this now, so she'll post this up in your group, and you guys can go back and watch it and just listen to that process and follow it, because it works. Don't try to do it all by yourself. I really want to encourage you. You're not meant to do it all by yourself. Kylie was a solo woman when we first started. And I'm like, stop trying to be solo woman. It doesn't work in this business. Put people in a three-way message. Do it. She's like, oh, I don't know about this three-way thing. Again, worried about what people will think. Then she got over it. And she's like, all right, I'll do it. And she's like, shit, it works, doesn't it? Yeah. It works.
I'm just having trouble finding anyone that is interested in the business part of it.
Yeah.
But I'm only 40 days in, so I'm still...
So, Angie, have you done a launch event?
Yes.
And you invited 30,
20.
40 people?
20.
Awesome. And were there people that got on?
No.
Were there people that said they couldn't get on?
Yeah, they were. And then I followed up with them, but it just didn't really seem to go anywhere.
So how did you follow up?
With a messenger, and just sort of, and then sent them a link to a few different, whichever link I thought was appropriate for them.
Yeah. And when you say you're sending so this is business related, yeah?
Oh, I've had interest in the product, but not really anyone that's interested in the business side of things.
Yeah. What I want to let you guys know is that most people aren't interested in the business.
Yeah.
They're interested in the benefits the business can give them. So when I mention the idea of a business, most people go, oh my God, I can't do a business. If I had said to Kira, come and do the business, she did. She's like, I don't do business. I'm not a businesswoman. But when she made it about making an extra $1,000 to help us get out of our traditional business quicker, it become a whole lot different. I'm in for that. So it's how you word it. I think the thing is, I'm going to guess, Angie, there are people in your life that you can see that this business could benefit them, right?
Yeah.
But you can't tell them that.
Yeah.
Your job is to ask them great questions that get the answers that you're looking for. So you don't have to mention the person's name, but who's one person that you feel like this business would resonate? Where are they at in their life, and why would this business be for them?
There's a few. There's not really anyone in particular, but
I think of one. I always think of one so we can use it as an example, and I can help you with maybe how you could approach this. What's one person? Think about that one person.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Cool. So what's their situation, and why would this business benefit them?
I think she's got 2 young children, and her husband works full time. I think she's only working part time at the moment, and I'd like to reach out to her, but I'm just not sure how to go about it really.
Awesome. When's the last time you spoke to her?
The other day. I'm actually having breakfast with her on Saturday. So
awesome. And does she want to work part time?
I don't know. I don't know that yet.
Yeah. So these are the things that
Sorry.
You go.
She reached out to me and said she's interested in wanting to know about the product and stuff. So, but her idea was to catch up for breakfast. So I sort of, I was going to do that.
And what's going on with her health? Why is she interested in the product?
I don't know. I tried to ask her a few of those questions before I caught up with her, but she didn't reply to my...
Yeah, cool. Awesome. So catch up. My advice is this. don't talk about the business.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought I'd do.
Because she's come to you around the product and the program right now.
Yeah.
And so just make it about that.
Yeah.
And help her become a customer. And then once she becomes a customer, you could say to her, after she's given you her credit card details and you've processed her order and all that, you may say something like, hey, just so you know, Angie, if you're ever looking for a way to get the product cheaper or for free or even make a little extra money on the side, I'd love to share what that's all about if you're ever interested.
Yeah, okay.
That's all I say.
Yeah.
Now, if you're interested, what will you ask me? If I said that to you, what would you ask me?
How do I go about it?
Yeah, tell me more, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then what we normally do is you girls want to tell them more. And you like projectile vomit all over them about the business. Right? But the art is not to do that. The art is to say, yeah, I love it. You know why I love it? It's because of this and this and this. So you share your story. But you know what? If you want, I'll send you a link to something to check out. And it's probably the best way to explain it. Are you okay that I do that? And then she'd say, sure. Because she asked you.
Yeah, okay.
You guys get that?
It's just practice, I know that, but
It is practice, it's verbiage. The more you're on training, the more you do this, the better you get at it. But honestly, guys, when you can see that this business could benefit her, you got to get permission first. And so what I heard, Angie, is that you can see that this definitely could help, but you don't know if she's even looking for something like this yet. So your job is to just ask her how's work. And what do you do with the kids when you go to work? That must be a bit of a juggle. And is that, you know, do you enjoy doing that? And how long have you been doing that for? And blah, 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 and travel and all those things. Would you love to be able to stay at home? Is there a reason why you go to work? Some women go to work because they want to get out of the house.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? They do want to get out of the house. They just like go nuts. Like staying at home and working from home is, some women just don't want to do that. That's cool. So I think it's about finding out, are they looking for something first? And I think if you do that, you'll never become one of those people where you're pushing something on someone because you're getting permission first, where they're like, oh my God, I would love to stay at home. I would love to not have to do my part-time job. And then right then, I know you want to say, well, I've got something for you. No, you're like, really? You'd love to stay at home. Have you ever, can you guys afford to stay at home on the one income? No, not really. So if you could stay at home, make an income, would that be something would you be interested in doing something like that? Have you looked into different things? Have you ever thought about building a business, like doing something online through social media, something like that before? Like it's all like, take the time to ask those questions. And then when you do, then it might be like, you know what, the reason I asked, I'm not sure if you've noticed, you know, the new little business I've been doing, based on what you've told me, I can't help to think that it might even resonate with you. And they're like, really? You're like, yeah, if you want, I'll send you a link to something, check out. And, you know, I love it. It's amazing. And that's it.
Yeah.
But what I love is that you're already thinking about who would benefit from this. But your job now is, guys, is this way you start conversations, is to just take an interest in people. Get permission. And when you really do take the time, people will love how you do it because they're like, I didn't feel salty. Actually, just asked me great questions and away I go. And honestly, my whole business has been built on just talking to people. You know, in the last probably 3 months, I've started with 8, maybe 10 members, and not one of them is on Facebook, through Facebook. Not one of them. They're all just people out and about at seminars, just doing life, and kind of got caught up in a chat, and they ask me what I do, and I often just say, you know, I've got an online business where I teach people how to make money through social media and the internet. And then they're like, oh yeah, how's that work? And I'm like, and I don't share how it works. I just say I met, you know, how the business came into my life, and, you know, I love it because I want to spend more time at home, and it totally makes sense. They're like, wow, it sounds amazing. If you want, I'll send you something. But, you know, what do you do for work? And it's those sort of things. So you make it about them first. And that's for me, I think that's the key to the success in this business. Take an interest in people. And if they're not on your Facebook, let's friend. I'll send you some info. If they're on your Facebook, they get to watch your highlight reel for the next 5 years. And some will come back. There's no doubt. Some will come back. Does that help?
It does, but you make it all sound so easy because you seem to do it well.
I'm doing it for 2 and a bit years now, so I'm meant to be better at it. But it is just practice. It is just, you know, if you guys are together, ask me what I do and get good at the verbiage about, write it down, you know. I would say to you guys, when someone says, what do you do? How do you answer that? Do you say Juice Plus? Because if you say Juice Plus, I don't think that works.
Yeah.
Most people think you've got like a juice store or something. Right? So I've got an online business that allows me to stay at home and work in around the kids, or it's whatever works for you, right? That just feels good. And then the next thing is, what's that all about? It's how do you answer that? And my thing is, share how the business came into your life. You know, I saw something on Facebook. I inquired. I'd been looking for a way to stay at home. I was sick of commuting, sick of doing whatever. Wanted to be around the kids. Can't afford to have one income. This just made sense. I love it. Why do you ask? So let's just get good at that. What is that? If one thing you guys got out of tonight, and it'll definitely change the game for you, and it'll get more people curious about your business, is share in a way that gets people curious about what you do based on when people ask you, what do, you answer in a way that's powerful. And the second, that gets people curious. And the second is when they want to know more, what is your story behind it? I think if you master that, you'll have loads and loads more people more interested in what you do. And then you'll have more chance of getting them to an event. And honestly, our business is just about create curiosity, take interest in people, get them to an event. If you can get people to an event, if you're losing people before they get to an event, you're saying too much. We've all done it. I do it. We get a bit excited. Away we go. Any other questions, guys? They're scared to ask now. They're like, it's ticked over 11 o'clock. It's getting ridiculous.
I think it gets easier too, like as you know, it might be really, really scary the first couple of times you do it. And well, I know it was for me as well. And even just walking away thinking, oh my God, I stuffed that up or whatever. But you just have to think, you know what, that's one no closer to the yes that I'm going to get. You got to get 10 no's before you get that yes. And if you kind of have that mindset, then you know, you're not going to care if they say no or if you stuffed it up. It's like, that's okay. There's a million other people out there I can have the conversation with.
Yeah. And the thing I would say to you girls, don't let this opportunity pass you by without knowing that you gave it all. Because the thing is that most of you guys are on each other's Facebook, and some of you guys are going to go all the way with this, and you're going to be kicking yourself in 5 years when you're watching how some of these girls are going to be living and you're not. And you wonder, imagine if I just had got myself out of the way and committed and seen what happens, because you guys have got an amazing system. You guys have got incredible leaders here that are going all the way, and you guys have the opportunity to do that. So when I mean play full out, I mean reach out to people and talk to loads of people. Invite people to come. Don't be annoying. Just take an interest in people. If you know, one of the things I don't know if I challenge you guys with this, but the direct approach, like over the next, the next night, while this 90-day game plan's on, and you would love to win LA, my tip to win it is speak to 5 people every day, 5 new people every day. I challenge you guys to do that for the next 7 days. Just not the next 90. For the next 7 days, you start 5 new conversations every day, and it's so easy on Facebook. You scroll down your feed and you find someone you haven't spoken to, and you say, inbox them and say, hey, how are you? Haven't seen you for ages. And maybe you start conversation based on what they posted or something you've seen recently posted, and say hello. Half the time they're going to ask you what you're doing and it looks interesting, tell me more. And now you're good at sharing that, you'll rock on with that. The other thing is, if they don't ask you what you're doing, then use the direct approach, which is one of the reasons I reached out. I'm not sure if you noticed, but I've recently started an online business. I love it. I couldn't help but think it might even resonate with you. If I was to send you a link to something to check out, would you take the time to at least have a look at it? That's it. That's all you have to, that's the direct approach. It's not that direct. But if you guys did that with 2 people every day for the next 30 days, that's 60 people. I guarantee you won't have 60 people that will say no. You'll probably have more people say, yeah, sure, send me the link. Then you'll say, no, piss off, leave me alone.
And with that last one, with how you're saying that you haven't spoken, like start a conversation that you haven't with somebody for a while, wouldn't then, because I know I'd feel like this, I'd think, oh, well, they just wanted to start a conversation with me. And then if you followed up with a direct approach, I'd be like, oh, she's only said hello and wants to find out more. And then she's just sold herself as to, you know, couldn't help but think of you. Well, particularly if you're not really in their life anymore, but you have been in the past, wouldn't they think, well, you only decided to chat with me and now all of a sudden you would have dropped the bomb about you having a part-time business?
I'm being honest. I'm not making it about me though, Carly. The thing is, my wording is, hey, Carly, one of the reasons I reached out, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but I recently have started an online business and I couldn't help to think it might even resonate with you if I was to send you. So I'm actually being honest. Like, one of the reasons I did reach out is that I thought that it might resonate with you. If I was to send you a link, would you have a look? A lot of people are like, wow, thanks for even thinking about me about that. I think you guys will be quite surprised the success of it if you do it. And I challenge you guys, just even if it's in the next 7 days, this time next week, I reckon I could jump on here for at least 15, 20 minutes next week. I know I'll be flying to the US next Wednesday morning, but if Tanika reminds me, I'll get on. I challenge you guys to do 2 direct approaches for the next 7 days. I'd love to get on and you guys can tell me how shit or how good it was. But if you don't do it, what I know, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
How many guys have done it?
Can I just say I've done it and I've got 2 teamies from doing that.
Awesome.
Yeah. So yeah.
How many guys haven't done it yet? Keep hand up. Done that thing? Come on.
Do you mean the direct approach, Adam?
The direct approach. Haven't done the direct approach before. Like, really committed to 7 days and done 2 a day. And you guys have heard me say it before, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Honestly, I challenge you to do it. Whatever it takes to get up and just do it. I know it's scary. I know that people might even have an opinion of you, but you know what? They're not going to bring you to your dreams. If you guys really want this thing, you got to do what other people aren't prepared to do. And I promise you, if you play full out, you can create whatever you want from this. You can create, but you've got to do the work. There's no doubt. This is not you'll stumble across success. You've got to play full out and you will be rewarded, I tell you. And if you guys do the direct approach and you guys, you know, Kylie and Tanika are overwhelmed and they can't get on a call, then I'm up for you guys messaging me and say, Adam, will you help me with a 3-way call with someone that I did direct approach? They watch the link, they want to know more, and I'll get on the call and help you guys. So that's what I'll do for you guys if you're up for the challenge. So remind me next week, Tanika, and I'd love to jump on the call and I'd love to hear how you guys went.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for that. That's much appreciated.
Pleasure. Have a great night. Well, you guys go to bed, hopefully. And let's talk to you guys soon. Have a great month. Looking forward to seeing this team. QNND 12 Club maybe would be epic.
Woo!
So cool. Awesome. Have a great month, guys.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.